Hello and welcome along to the Irish Blues Mafia, the shed, hashtag Irish Blues Mafia with me, Trevor. It's the last episode for me in season 3. It's the Super Bowl has just finished. I'm going to take a break. I have a little announcement to make later on. Probably I'll do a show or so in the next month. And then I'll do one after the draft. And then I'll be honest, I won't be doing another show again until about the end of July, early August, just when teams are getting back in. I am taking a little break from it. I need to recharge the batteries and reassess things and see how things go. But I do thank you for your support, and I will thank you later on in the video. Today, what I'm going to talk about is Super Bowl that happened last Sunday and my thoughts on it and how it went. I'm going to talk about MVP and the great news, and rightly deserved. Josh Allen got it. I have a few people to thank. A lot of people to thank for coming on the show and for other various things, and then just a few thoughts on the season itself as a whole, and what was some of the good things. I won't say all because I'm going to forget probably some of them, and some of the bad things and disappointing things more so than bad, but we will see how it goes. So anyway, folks, that's the rough idea on how the show is going to go. So I'll start into it. So I'm going to talk about the Super Bowl first. The Eagles played the Chiefs last Sunday night. I did stay up and I watched it. Never did I go into a Super Bowl in my current stage where I follow the NFL very closely, wanting a team to lose. Normally, I would, say I pick a team, but I wouldn't go, I want the other team to lose. Before I got into the NFL, I didn't really like the Patriots, not to be smart, just didn't, for lots of reasons. And you would go, well, I hope the Patriots lose if they were in it. And if some of the other two teams were in it, you'd pick one, but you wouldn't say, I want the other one to lose. But last Sunday night, I went in as a full-blown NFL fan. And I was hoping amongst hope what happened would have happened, because from the way the Bills were treated in the AFC Championship game by the referees, I wouldn't lay it all in Kansas City at all, but they were getting the benefits of it. And even listening to them and their media conferences during the week, they were kind of, well, why are people saying that? Well, it was pretty obvious as the nose of my face why. But anyway, so I did want the Chiefs to lose. And look, don't get me wrong, it's not that I really hate the Chiefs or dislike them in a major way. No, I don't. I have wonderful Chiefs fans. I had one on during the year in Chile, and nicer person you couldn't meet. But the way that we were treated, I think justice was done. Now, this Philadelphia Eagles team was awesome on the night. Their defense was 100% tuned in, did not blitz Mahomes once, and yet they absolutely annihilated him. Whether that be the offensive line at fault, whether it be players switching off at fault and letting runners through when the 4 went, when they got through, I don't know, but they absolutely destroyed Mahomes. Their offense, they played an absolutely brilliant offense. Kalen Moore, who is now the New Orleans head coach, he came up with a great strategy where they did run the ball a little, but not an awful lot. But they did use Saquon Barkley an awful lot in the passing game. AJ Brown and Devonta Smith had a field day, and Jalen Hurts was MVP. Now, you could give it to the defense as well if you wanted to, but who on the defense would you give it to? And in fairness, Jalen Hurts did play very well. I did question him in my previous show. He answered my questions, and on the big stage, on the big day, he did turn up, deliver, and in fairness to him, he was magnificent on the night. Whereas if you look at his counterpart, Patrick Mahomes, I don't know if people seen it, but I just thought the man looked pale, looked in a shell, kind of, even from the start, never looked the usual Patrick Mahomes. Looked like he was, if you looked at his eyes, he looked like he was lost. The same went for Kelsey. Now, but the difference between Mahomes and Kelsey is Mahomes has been doing it all year, saving the Chiefs, getting them over the line, getting them to pass things, to win games. Kelsey hasn't. Kelsey's turned up maybe 2 or 3 times. So him missing in the game the last night was no surprise. Their running game was not there either. And when they took out the running game, Worthy and Hopkins and Hollywood Brown weren't going to set the world alight because that secondary in the Eagles defense was tuned in and ready. And I watched it and I was going on my dreaming. And it was 17-0, it was 24-0, it was 34-0. And then the Eagles got a score 34-6, or the Chiefs got a score 34-6. And the game was over. Where are you going to stop them at 6? And they didn't. They finished 40-22. Kenny Pickett came on and played at the end and did all right. But Kenny Pickett, a man that was banished from Pittsburgh, I'm not saying they were wrong, but he's now got a Super Bowl ring and he's played a couple of games and Jalen Hurts was injured and he came on in the Super Bowl and played in the Super Bowl. It was enjoyable just to see justice being done. Was it an enjoyable game? Hell no. It was no disrespect to the Eagles. The Eagles did everything right. They were perfect. It was just the Chiefs never turned up. No more than the halftime show with Lamar. It was absolute tripe. And I will never watch another halftime show with that kind of an act again. My God, I love music, but that's not music. And a lot of people thought the same way. But as a spectacle, New Orleans looked beautiful. The stadium looked beautiful. I followed an awful lot through Pro Football Ireland, and Michael McQuaid, Mark Hogan, and Jason Hayes were there. And it was a brilliant week from what they did and how they showed things off. And it actually at times made you feel like you're in the stadium, and fair play to them. The game, as I said, for me, as a hurt Bills fan, I enjoyed it because the Chiefs got their comeuppance. But as a spectacle, it wasn't a game that you would say, well, in 5 years' time, oh, remember that game was brilliant. It was brilliant as an Eagles fan and as a Bills fan. That's about it. You go back to the last time the Eagles won it, they played the Patriots. That was a cracker. You look at the 2 years ago when the Eagles played the Chiefs before Taylor Swift came along. That was a cracker. And this one wasn't, but it was just an enjoyable end. Andy Reid will have to go back, and there was question marks last year. Would he come back this year for the three-peat attempt? And he did. So it'll be interesting to see, will he step aside now or will he go again and see can he rebuild them? But the Chiefs will have an awful lot of changes to make to rebuild that squad because there's players going and there's players questioning whether they're staying or not. And they need an upgrade in lots of positions. But they're the second best team in the NFL at the minute, according to the numbers. As the MVP, well, the great news is Josh Allen got MVP, and rightly so. And if nobody knew who Josh Allen is, and if you're watching this video, please just watch his speech at the MVP, because it gives you the perfect picture of Josh Allen. The most modest man you could meet anywhere. He was voted the best player in the NFL, and instead of, like others, thanking themselves and maybe thank their family and that's it, he thanked everybody from the catering staff to the kit men to the mailmen and ladies, excuse me, I'm not leaving anyone out, but people, to his teammates, to his coaches, to his GM, to his head coach, everyone there, the fans, he thanked everyone. And at the end, he said, "Go Bills." And that to me shows the man how connected he is with Buffalo, how connected he is as a human being. It was great to see his mother and father there and everything they have given to help him and his hard work paying off for them. It was great to see his fiance there, Haley. They look beautiful together, and I wish them nothing but happiness. And he called her his rock, and it's great that they have that. And I am delighted for them, and I wish them nothing but happy days and happy times ahead, because they deserve it. And you can see in each of their eyes how much that they did care and love about each other, because It's a beautiful scene, and it's beautiful to have him as our quarterback and have him as a human being playing for the team I support, because he is a lot of the reason why I support them. But he is a man that you would follow anywhere, and we will next year or next season when it starts, and we will follow him for as long as he plays football. In the story. It was a very tight MVP race. Lamar Jackson was second. To be fair, Lamar Jackson another year might have won it, but it was roles reversed from last year, because last year Josh Allen should have won it and he didn't. So I don't say they balanced it out. I'll give it to Lamar Jackson in 2024 season, 23-24 season. He's the MVP, and on 24-25 season, Josh Allen is the MVP, and they'll battle again next year because they're two outstanding athletes. Joe Burrow is another man that if they can get a defense for him in Cincinnati, he'll be there next year looking at that as well. I don't know, Will Mahomes, to be honest. Mahomes is a brilliant quarterback, but he helped his team get so much this year, but he still wasn't brilliant. And I don't know, they'll have some downtime in Kansas now where for a year or two or three, they might be there or thereabouts, but that's as far as they go, as in getting to the playoffs and stuff, and until they rebuild. Jaden Daniels will be there next year because he is a quarterback that I think will get better. I actually think that he's a step ahead of CJ Stroud, as in where they were when they finished their seasons last year. Now CJ Stroud might come back stronger this year as well. Will Jalen Hurts be up there? Well, time will tell. If he continues the Super Bowl play, then 100% he will. But Brock Purdy, he should be back. That's about it then, as in contender. Maybe the Falcons and Michael Penix Jr. could throw a run together. Maybe JJ McCarthy will get fit and the Vikings will throw a run. Jared Goff, I'm not sure. Matthew Stafford, I'm not sure. So it'll be interesting to see again next year. But it was nice for a change to see a Buffalo Bills person that has given so much in his years there at Buffalo getting the reward he deserves. And congratulations, Josh Allen. Truly, truly deserve it. Other big news this week gone is that there is a game in Dublin. It has been announced that the Pittsburgh Steelers will host a game in Croke Park sometime in the coming season. So it'll be September, into September to the beginning of November, I assume. One of them weekends. It'll be huge for the NFL. It'll be huge for Ireland. Whoever they get to play, and I'm hoping wearing my green hat with the green buffalo on it, that it is the Buffalo Bills that get to go to Dublin. But congratulations to Dublin and Croke Park. Apparently it's going to be 76,000. So I'm guessing the standing area behind the goal, they'll either seat it or they'll temporarily seat it or they'll just close it off. But there'll be 76,000 going to this game, so it will be huge. I'm doing my best already. I've signed up for everything I signed up for to get tickets for it. So we'll see how that goes as the season progresses. I want to say well done to a few people. And I know there's loads working in the background, but the guys I see is Michael McQuaid and Mark Hogan and Pro Football Ireland, Jimmy English, Stephen Kearns from Gaelic Gridiron. I know these guys have been working hard. The Steelers Ireland podcast, which Michael McQuaid hosts, it's brilliant that all the work that they've put in, bringing over the likes of Neil Reynolds, Phoebe Schechter, and co over for various events around Ireland. It's awesome to see them and how it's grown, and it'll be interesting. Tickets will be a premium. Dublin will be very expensive. So if it's a 2 p.m. game, I'll be driving down again that night. I won't be looking for a hotel. But it'll be a weekend that should be very muchly enjoyed by everyone. And I just hope it's the Buffalo Bills that get there. The people I met in Buffalo, they're all on for coming to Ireland. And if that happens, we'll have a great party. So we will. So we'll see. We'll see. At least we know it's the Steelers. They're in Ireland, and they're a growing team as well. So It'll be interesting to see what happens. Now, I just want to thank a few people that have been on the show this year. So I intended having an awful lot more, but with various things happening and not happening, I only got 5. But I'm very proud to announce the 5. I want to thank John Fina, former Buffalo Bills. I'd like to thank Jerry Ostrowski, former Buffalo Bills. Both of them came on my show. It was a pleasure and an honor to have them on. I was very nervous because if you don't have some idea of what you're talking about, these guys know what they're talking about. So, but thankfully it went very well, and they're 2 lovely gentlemen, and I hope one day again to have them on in the future. It was an honor. I know they're very busy with their own podcasts and work over there, so to give me the time, I was very appreciative. I also want to thank Mark Hogan from Pro Football Ireland, Michaela Fagan, and Shelley, the Chiefs fan. Thank you very much for coming on. I really enjoyed it, and it was a pleasure. I was lucky enough to be on Nickel City Mafia when I was in Buffalo with Mike and Jake and co, and it was an enjoyable evening when I was over there. I was also on the UK Bills podcast with Matt, and thank you very much, Matt, for having me on. We do have the odd chat, and he can't wait for the Bills to come to Ireland either. So he's a big supporter, so thank you, Matt. I want to thank Pro Football Ireland and Gaelic Gridiron. As I said earlier, Michael McQuaid, Mark Hogan, Jason Hayes, and Jimmy English and Stephen Kearns. I met most of them in Dublin when I was up there for the Pittsburgh Steelers event, and I know them through social media, but to meet them and have the chat with them and get a few photos and stuff, it was brilliant, and they're wonderful men, and they're doing great work in the NFL. And lastly, but not leastly, I want to thank Mark and Kate Schroeder, who brought me over to Buffalo to see my beloved Bills play against the Titans on October. There was other sponsors, the Buffalo Irish Centre, Tim Flanagan. There was Eric Bohan, put me up. There was Sullivan's Brewery, Michael Mead, who gave us the tickets for the game. There was Maid of the Mist, who brought us on a tour up Niagara Falls, which was absolutely amazing. I had, if I could put it on paper, the best weekend of my life. Other leave out family events. Outside that, it was everything. And seeing Buffalo, Mark bring me around, and Kate, and them showing me different places and the history of it and what has happened and the Irish side of Buffalo. It's an absolutely amazing place, and if anyone has a chance to go to Buffalo and visit it, please do, and please visit the south side, which is the Irish side. All the roads are in English, the signs, and then behind the streets, sorry, not the roads, the streets, and behind it then it's all in Irish, and it really makes you feel at home. It's also a beautiful area. Highmark Stadium, absolutely amazing. Larry, I won't mention your second name, but thank you very much. I got to see the tour of the stadium. It was amazing to see the places where my players play and be on the pitch and lay the flag, down at the feet of the Buffalo. That my Irish flag is one of the moments I'll never forget. Then the game itself, met some wonderful people there. Couldn't be nicer. I had my Bills flag with me, and anyone that seen me was saying hello, and it's just a wonderful, wonderful place. Hospitality, 10 out of 10. People, 10 out of 10. Buffalo is just beautiful. Just go there and enjoy it, and drink it up and eat it up. It is an amazing place. And for all them people that sponsored me to go over there, my word thank you is the best I can give you, but it's not close to how much and how grateful I am. So thank you all so very, very much. I was lucky to do a podcast over there in the Buffalo Irish Centre. I did a video for them as well, and met a load of different people there, and got a lovely gift here from Berkey's in Buffalo. Beautiful hat, got t-shirts, I got tops, I got stuff from them. That's I'll treasure forever. So thank you very much, everybody. It's the end of my season here. As I said, I'm taking a break now. I have a show planned for the week of my 3rd birthday, as in doing the Buffalo Bills. So that's coming up in March, and I'll announce it on social media. Then I'll do one after the draft, and then I'm going to take a break until the start of the season, and then we'll start there again, and we'll try season 4. The reason I'm telling you about the one in March is I have my Buffalo Irish Bills Mafia logo. I've had it for the last 3 years, and I love it, and it'll always be part of me. But I'll be releasing a new logo on the 3rd birthday, and it's something I've worked with, got designed for, and worked with a person on, and I'll announce that person when I'm releasing the logo. It is absolutely, for me, amazing. The one I have is very cool, don't get me wrong, and I love it, and it'll be there forever. It'll always be part of the Irish Bills Mafia. But this new logo that's coming, it's amazing. That's all I'm going to say. I cannot wait. And it's just something to, it's my way of supporting the Buffalo Bills. It's not for profit or anything like that, but it's just, as an excited fan, I'm excited to say that when this new logo drops, I think it rocks. So we'll get your opinions in March. Don't forget. So that is my video for today, folks. I want to thank you very much for watching for the season, for support, all your support. I very much appreciate it. Today I received the hoodie for the winner of the NFL predictions, and John Garbett. Congratulations, John. I was talking to him today, messages to him, and I will be posting the hoodie as soon as possible. It'll be on its way to him. I'll put up a picture of it in the next few days on social media so everyone can see. It's pretty cool. So I like it. I hope he does too. And congratulations to everyone who entered in the competition. And we'll see in August how things go. Will we go again or not? But there is one champion anyway. So that is it, folks. I want to thank you very much for your support, for watching, for helping, guiding, whatever. If someone has guided me, thank you very much. If someone has helped me, thank you very much. And if you've all supported me, thank you very much. I do appreciate you all. Until our show in March, thank you very much. We shall talk to you then. Please, as always, stay safe, stay happy, stay together, and go Bills.